After completion of the door install, you need to verify that the vertical rod mechanism works freely. This mechanism is gravity powered and is activated by the top latch. Push the panic bar to retract the bottom bolt and disengage the top latch. To simulate the door closing and locking, push the top latch forward. You are simulating what happens when the door latch contacts the strike plate. Be sure that the rods fall freely, no friction from the guides, and they're not hanging up on the covers. Remember, the top latch triggers everything. Wood frame units' thresholds are attached and prepped. Steel units' thresholds are prepped and loose, or you may have no threshold at all. When the threshold is completed, be sure the vertical rod bolt clears everything until it gets to the preparation area of the threshold. Bolt should not drag on the threshold. If it does, adjust the bottom rod till it clears the threshold. Remove the covers. Check the pin locations in the bracket slots. The pin should be at the bottom of the bracket slot, but not touching the bracket. To adjust the rod, you need to remove the pin. Remove the clip from the pin. Remove the pin and drop the bolt out of the bottom of the bracket. To adjust, you can either change the pin position on the rod, one of the two holes, or turn the rod clockwise to thread it into the lock body. Now we can reattach the bolt with the pin. You'll want to double check to make sure that the pin is in the proper position when it's down. Don't forget to reattach the bracket to the pin, and now we can check to see if it clears the threshold. Check to ensure that the top bracket pin is also in the proper position when the lock bolt is down. Release it down and then check its position. You may have to remove material from the bolt hole in the threshold to allow the pin to fall completely. Attach pre-cut bracket to the threshold. Applying the top latch, we want to ensure that 7/8 of an inch is between the top latch and the frame of the door. Wood frames may have more space and require the spacers used under the strike plate. Set the strike plate to allow the latch to fully rotate when the door is closing. This will latch the strike plate and allow the bolt to flow cleanly into the threshold. Also be sure the strike plate makes contact with the latch when the door opens to fully disengage the system. As an example, I'll move the strike plate back too far from the door and see how it impairs the function of the system.